and go to this pre-event. So I think when all of this is over, I hope people don't stop organizing virtual events. I think the cases that I just mentioned are all events that happened before Corona. And why I do this is because I want to show that, you know, it's not just a hype now, but I think you should think about it, organizing these events virtually after this is all done. So here we go. So this is a company, and their goal was to increase ticket sale for a physical event and and to make sure that tickets were bought earlier before the event. And so their goal was really, how can we make sure that people buy tickets for physical events earlier? Does someone have questions? No, okay. So it was called World Workplace Europe Meets Facility for the Future. In this event, what they did is they run an online pre-event, so before the real event, and it was launched with online keynotes and roundtables, and sign-up was spread through newsletters and partners and social media channels. So for them, in this way, for them it was a way really to boost ticket sale. So normally their audience would only buy tickets maybe a couple of weeks in advance, and what they try to achieve now is to move that a bit more to the past, and also to make sure that people started sharing that on LinkedIn, and in this way grow their ticket sale. I'll quickly show you how this event looked. You see? So it's a very small online event. They had only online keynotes, and of course they did a bit of branding. Like here you see the bit different button colors, and what you see here, for example, this is an interesting session that only has 5 seats left. You could see who else is attending, like you do now with the webinar. Let's go back to the session. So the outcome of this event is that they saw a real big increase in ticket sale earlier before the event. So all these people started to buy the tickets, and were actually, after the event took place, the online event, people were triggered and say like, hey, how did you like it? Here's your URL to buy a ticket for the physical event. I think over 200 people attended the online event, and currently they are still organizing their event 100% virtual because of COVID. And here you see how they price it. So now, instead of doing a pre-event, I think then they were forced to do it all virtually. But the nice thing is they exactly know how to do it. And I think this is pretty close to James Smith's pricing, right, James? May I have a look in the chat? You are not wrong. Okay, I'm right. Okay, great. So does anyone have questions? Like we saw now, we saw an online community. We saw a full online event, and we saw an event that was organized as a pre-event, which is this event, World Workplace Meets Europe. Danny, what is it? Thelma Pitchell is asking, was it completely live or with recorded keynotes? No, it was completely live. So the whole session was completely live, like this. And I think there's another person. Do you have nothing fitting to exhibition trade shows? Do you believe it will go online sometime? So that's a good question. Who has actually asked that question? Maybe wants to put his hand high, because now it's anonymous. Okay, great. Can I quickly give you the word, Piotr?
Hi.
Hey.
I'm a contractor building stands. So it's quite interesting for me if anybody is considering in the future to move exhibition online, because the critical mass has been achieved now, and maybe people are already okay, tools are there, but if someone will push for that way of communication, obviously it will save money. It will give other communication platform, and maybe reduce number of exhibition worldwide. So just having good outlook for the future, I would like to understand if this is considered at all.
So as I understand your question, you want to understand like how to run online trade shows and exhibitions virtually, right?
No, my question is if, because the critical mass that people are achieved, so people start to open themselves for remote communication. So maybe if they can lead a yoga session, if they can lead therapy sessions online, maybe they will go for exhibition online. So I'm asking if your tools, if you were considering ever to make trade fairs online.
Okay, and can you give an example of a trade fair?
Mm-hmm.
Can you give an example of a trade fair you're thinking about?
Electronic trade fair?
Yeah, so where you want to, where you mean, I think you, as I understand, you mean like a event where you want to show products, right?
Obviously you will not show the physical product, so nobody will touch it, but like at exhibition you have booths, stands.
Yeah,
so
and people
you may have your stand online designed somehow on the background of your picture, and then you can invite people, tell about the product, tell about your production capacity, tell about your
I get it. Okay.
advantage. You know what I mean? It's like the trade fair is made for people to meet at one place at the same time and have hundreds, thousands of vendors.
And then they all have meetings, right? I think that's also close to the question that Tom Wessels is asking: how do you integrate the exhibitor and sponsors in these events as a business model? Mm-hmm. So I think your question is like how can we do the events online for a trade show and exhibition? And I think one of the things is with exhibitions you all have meetings, right, at your booth. Mm-hmm. And I think the whole goal of these exhibitions is to have high qualified meetings with people that are interested to talk to. And what I currently see is if I just if I'm at an exhibition, I love it to have a pre-scheduled meeting tool where I can pre-schedule all of the meetings. If I don't have that, then I'm just waiting there and people pass by, right?
Okay.
I think what you will see now is that how can you run online exhibitions is by letting people have one-on-one virtual meetings. You agree?
Yeah.
And I think in our platform, what you can do besides RoundTables and Keynotes is one-on-one meetings. So how that works is that your sponsors, your exhibitors, they have their booth online with some information. And they can commit to, for example, be available for 3 or 4 hours. And then delegates, attendees, visitors of the event, they can schedule meetings with them online. And then this is what happens. They, instead of just standing there and waiting for people to pass by, attend virtual one-on-one meetings, and in this way showcase their product, showcase their business. And I think it's, for us, even more efficient, because for us we can share our screen and directly like make some notes. You know what I mean? So I think that, like, if you want to run online exhibitions, you can still do that.
But then you are talking about the formula that I am running the web meeting with potential visitors.
Yeah.
But this is not like online. You have all exhibitors, and then visitor comes online and goes one by one. Okay, I want to talk to this guy. I want to talk to that guy. This one is not interesting. So it's like walking through the exhibition hall.
Yeah, but I think how it now is instead of walking through all of the exhibitions and just chatting to the people that maybe are not a good match, now you're also able to, I think now you're only talking with the people that are a good match because they have requested meetings pre-event. Make sense?
Okay, so
So instead of just jumping into...
Now you are talking me that me as an exhibitor
Yeah.
can, before the exhibition,
Yeah.
can have a internet meeting with those whom I want to invite, and then if they are interested, they are coming for exhibition physically.
No, I think that you should see that this could be, but it's quite an interesting idea actually, to organize as a pre-event. But I think how you should see it is that people pre-schedule the meetings, and then the meetings will take place online. Make sense? Maybe we can talk after this webinar about this further. It's a good idea?
Okay.
Okay, thanks. All right. So I think we end in the last poll. Shall I quickly launch it? So what do you think the poll will be? Someone can someone put it in the chat? So someone who can guess the question? I will launch it. So who is thinking of organizing an online pre-event to boost ticket sale? I mean, now is not a good time, but okay, interesting. Almost nobody. Ah, there's some people. 2 people, yes. Interesting. So we saw an online community. I think we saw an online full event. Yeah, true. No, not yet. I needed to add it. I agree with Thelma. And I saw, and we saw like an online pre-event. So a full event, a pre-event, and a community. Which of them do you think is most popular now at this moment? To the chat. Maybe someone can guess that. I will end polling and share results. You see? Full online event, I think. Okay. I think as well. Shall we have a look? I think the first poll, I think 68%, 17 people are thinking of organizing an online community. There is 14 people organizing a full online event, and there is 7 people organizing a pre-event. That's quite interesting. So online community is actually winning. Or is that because of the amount of people reacted? No, 68% of the reactions, or that they misunderstood. Yeah, I agree. Maybe Thelma. 68% they're thinking of launching an online community. But I think it's spread overall. So it's spread over the different types of events, and I think it also depends on the organization you are. So I quickly go back to Q&A because I think we have 3 more minutes. So is there any urgent any questions? Still more questions? I think Thelma Pitchell is putting a question again. Can you also show the return on investment of case 3? And not only the outcome, but what was spent in euros for organizing such a pre-event in the ratio of outcome? Maybe interesting to share as a report after. What says Tony Spilus? That sounds like riding a car and then they want to build a space rocket. What do you mean with that, Tony? Maybe you can raise your hand and yeah. Hey, Tony.
Hi. No, it's just that if you're doing only physical events now,
yeah,
and your dream right now is to immediately go to switching to online community, I think it's a little bit, too far a stretch probably for most of the organizers.
Yeah, I agree. So you're saying that the step is too big, that they should first organize
it's giant. It's not too big, it's giant.
And do you have experience with that yourself?
No, not in the sense that I've met people that want to, let's say, run an online community right now. But I mean, I've been in the exhibition industry for a very long time now, and most of them, with all due respect, but they have no clue about online.
Exactly.
And I would say that it really doesn't make sense to have this as an aspiration right now.
And the online community, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you think makes sense? Because I know that you've quite a long time experience, right? How long do you have experience with online events?
Not necessarily with online events, but mostly with physical events. The thing with physical events is that, especially when you look at larger exhibitions in the world, they are really good. These organizations are really good at doing sales and administration, let's say, but they lack the skills to go immediately for running a full online community or a full online event.
Okay, cool. So if you have like one more sentence, what would you recommend all of these people here that are now trying to organize an online event?
Well, go with the pre-event.
Okay, cool. Thanks. So last question, really last question. I hope everybody liked this. It's the first session, so I definitely think there's feedback for the next session. I quickly launch my last poll. Would you like to know more about network tables? And we have 1 more minute, so quickly let me know the votes. Okay, great. And I think to end this, just raise your hand. If you, I could quickly share the results. Here it is. I have to now finish up my session. So quickly raise your hand if you liked this session. And if you would say that, would you recommend this to others? Just raise your hand. Okay, quiet. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh. 50%. So I think there's definitely room for improvement. So if you have any feedback, or if you have any if you want to know actually anything more or more case studies, I had some prepared that happened after Corona, but I don't have time anymore. What I will do now is quickly I will drop one link for you to look at. It's going to be drop one more link and then we finish up. 1 second. Where is it? I don't have it anymore. I'll send you an extra link with some examples of events that are now taking place because of Corona. So after Corona, or if you like to know more case studies, join the session on the 14th of April. It's on connect.networktables.com here. I put the link again. And thanks for all joining. And I hope, you all start organizing online events. And if you need help, let us know. All right. Bye-bye.